All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over, man. Hey, it is some very, very, very dirty, just, it's a lot of scammers out there, man. A lot of people out there who will take your kindness for granted. We got scammers caught in the act. I feel like if you're a genuine, good person, you're just always you're gonna give, you're gonna inspire, you're gonna try to motivate, always try to do things the right way. But then you have people who like to take shortcuts. Mm-mm-mm. I talked about it in another video, but you see people get caught on the news who, you see them in person, they can't do these things, and then they get caught on the news showing they can do it all. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
This video has people absolutely furious. This man had been crawling around the streets of China for days, and over those days, he had collected hundreds of dollars of donations. People felt very sympathetic for the man. He said he was homeless and had no money, and if this man's life wasn't hard enough, he also had no legs, having lost them to a workplace accident many years ago. Because of this, many good-hearted people felt bad for the man, and gave him sometimes all the money they had. But there were two problems. This man was not homeless, and he also wasn't disabled. 4 friends had noticed this while walking around, so they hatched a plan, with one of them filming the man, while the other subtly stands on the cloth he's wrapped his legs in. Many homeless people are ignored and not looked at very closely, and this fake beggar used that fact to his advantage. When his scam is finally revealed, he picks up his board and runs away. The video soon went viral on social media, meaning this man had no choice but to end his nasty scam. Wow. A scam that took hard-working people's money, and took money away from real homeless people who may actually be disabled. But an even more outrageous and shameless scammer is this woman. One day in Jinhua City, China, a man was driving down a road. That's when he sees a woman running towards his car. He thinks she may be in danger, so slows down. But that's when the woman falls to the floor. The driver is seriously concerned for this woman's well-being. But when other people don't seem to react to what the woman's doing, the driver gets suspicious, backing his car up just in case. And that's when the woman's sinister motive is revealed. She gets up as if nothing happened, sprints over to the man's car and begins to hit his bonnet, all while the man continues to back up. The woman then lays down once again, before getting back up to continue kicking and hitting.
I heard about this. I think I seen a video too about the whole insurance or the fraud they do where they act like they getting hit by the car. I guess she don't understand that he has a camera there. Think about how low you have to be to do this, man. Even if he did make contact with her, this man is driving so slow.
This man's car. By this time, the driver knew exactly what was going on. This woman was attempting to carry out an insurance scam, acting as if she had been hit by this man's car, completely unaware of the fact that this was all being recorded by the man's dashcam. But the driver does not fall for this woman's tricks, which causes her to get up and yell at the man, accusing him of driving into her. After over a minute of this, the woman's scene attracts a cop, who has seen much of this incident take place. In front of shocked onlookers, the woman pretends to be injured, walking with a fake limp and lying on the ground, but then gets up and kicks the car right in front of the cop. The woman is clearly shameless, and is
So she has to go to jail, right? I mean, she's literally hitting, probably putting dents in his car. Come on, man. It's laughable, actually. The extent, people would go. I mean, hell, she'd be better off trying to get money for washing his damn windows or something. And I just look at everybody, how they're looking at her. I wonder how many people have done this and actually have gotten money.
angry that her scam is not working. When she realizes this, she runs off, causing the driver to speed off too, likely worried his car may be even more damaged. After this was posted online, many condemned the woman, pointing out that this scam might have worked if the man left his car, or if he didn't have a dash cam mounted. But people were even more critical of the cop, who seemed to stand around and let this woman damage this man's car, despite the fact that she was clearly not injured and could walk just fine. Insurance scams are very common in China, and often result in a big payday for the scammers, but thankfully not this time. But an even more heartless scammer has to be this man. If you've ever been to Manila, Philippines, you may recognize this man. For many years, this man was a well-known beggar. He would sit in the same spot every day for years, asking generous people for money and oftentimes getting it. Many felt bad for this man because he clearly has only one leg, claiming that he'd lost it after a work injury. But one night, when he thought no one was watching, the man walked away.
Wow.
A man named Jay saw this and couldn't believe his eyes. So the next day went to confront this man. And that's when this happens.
Pakita mo, tayo ka nga.
Look at that.
The man unfolds his tracksuit, revealing that he has 2 intact legs. The man ran away before police were called, but Jay later posted this to Facebook, with the video soon going viral in Manila, meaning that this heartless man will never be able to scam anyone again. Because of this man's scam, many real homeless people would have missed out on donations. The average salary in Manila is only $400 per month, meaning that this man was taking money from people who already don't have much. The scammers we've seen so far definitely have been shameless and selfish, but some are just plain scary. One day a woman was driving in rural China. That's when she sees a man flag down her car. Naturally, as he's standing in the road, the woman slows down, but this soon proves to be a big mistake.
Wow.
The man is not subtle whatsoever, grabbing the woman's windshield wiper and holding up money, showing her exactly what he wants. That's already scary for a lone woman on a quiet road, but the unsettling thing is, this man seems to be enjoying what he's doing.
I'm literally speeding off. And he gonna do that. He gonna go flying. I'm speeding off. And I got it on camera too. Crazy, man.
Smiling and laughing as he tries to scam this woman.
已经坏了，已经坏了。
The woman shows courage, telling the man to get off her car, and that's when the man gets angry,
已经坏了。
pulling
Wow.
and breaking the woman's wiper, with an unsettling smile on his face the entire time. But impressively, this woman does not back down,
我没有啊。
Drive off.
telling the man to get lost and go somewhere else. The man is furious. He is much bigger than the woman, and you can hear the fear in her voice. But after some time, the man does move, and looks around for his next victim. The fact this man is holding money means he likely has done this already today. The people before likely did cave, giving this man money simply to get him to go away. This must have been a terrifying experience for the woman, as there's really no telling how far this man might have gone in order to get money. The footage was sent to the police, but it's not known if this man was ever found, and there's a good chance this man may still be out there doing this scam today. From the clips we've seen, it's clear police are not great at catching scammers, but what happens when the scammers are the police themselves? This was the case in December of 2023. A Dutch motorcycle YouTuber named Itchy Boots was making a motorcycle travel vlog in Nigeria, but while she was riding down a rural road, she gets pulled over, and that's when things go bad.
How is for everything?
Everything is fine.
Family.
Huh?
How's family?
Good.
Family is good.
The police pull her over and at first pretend to be friendly. They're shocked to see a woman riding a motorcycle in this area, but their fake friendliness soon disappears, as the police begin to openly extort the woman for money.
Oh yeah, give me something. Oh yeah, give me something, huh? Give me something. Give me money.
For what?
Money. Money.
Money. Why?
The woman asks the officers why, and after this it seems like they give up, allowing her to go on her way. Itchy Boots later posted this to her YouTube channel, with the video racking up nearly 9 million views. This was a massive embarrassment for the Nigerian police, and after a few days, the 2 corrupt cops in the video were tracked down. They were arrested and publicly fired. These scammers clearly were not very sophisticated, failing to notice the various cameras Itchy Boots had on her motorcycle and helmet. But an even less sophisticated scammer might be this man in
Boy, hey. shout out to them for firing them. You know, that's what I'm saying. I like to see consequences, man, because a lot of these people be getting away with it. And they don't even realize what's going on with these cameras. Shout out to her. 8 million views on that video too. Wow. Yeah, man. If you got a camera, press play. Press play. Make sure you record, man.
China. One day in the city of Nanning, China, a bus stopped as normal. That's when a man jumps on the ground in front of the bus, pretending to fall on the bus various times, all while baffled onlookers watch. The person most concerned was the bus driver, who asked the man what was happening. However, the man did not reply. Two cops then see the situation unfold, and thankfully take the bus driver's side, telling the scammer that if he doesn't stop, he will be arrested. This was later posted on Chinese social media, with people saying the man was a poor worker who needed more money. The man may well be poor, but obviously scamming is no way to make money. However, not all scammers are poor. Take this woman, for example. For about 10 months, this woman could be seen on Fifth Avenue in New York almost every single day, standing in the same place on Fifth Avenue for hours and hours. On the surface, she seemed like an elderly woman on crutches, holding an empty coffee cup that contained just a few pennies. But one day, a man on Fifth Avenue stood and watched this woman for some time, and realized there was more to this woman than what meets the eye. Whenever anyone put money into this woman's cup, she would empty it into a handbag, leaving just a few pennies inside the cup, making it seem as if she was not getting any money, when in reality, she was getting around 50 donations per hour, earning her anywhere from $50 to a few $100s per hour. After rumors about this began to spread online, two undercover journalists began filming this woman. They waited until night and followed her, and that's when they saw something that made their jaws drop. The woman gets into a minivan, and when she got out, she was no longer an elderly woman on crutches. Instead, she was young and healthy. She was no longer using crutches, and was now wearing an expensive outfit, looking more like a Fifth Avenue shopper than a beggar. Journalists even caught her going on a shopping spree, likely using the donations from previous days. The next day, the woman went back to her scam, but this time was confronted by the journalists.
We've been watching you the last few days, and you don't really...
I'm probably 1000% sure. I don't know if she went to jail or what. I don't know what happened, but she's definitely probably got an OF right now. You guys know what OF is. Or only, you know what.
Need those crutches, do you? We saw you this morning walking perfectly fine. The jig is up. Why don't you just walk normally like you did this morning?
The scammer did not talk to the journalist, walking away instead. But after her scam was revealed on TV, she was never seen in the same spot again. Pretending to be an elderly homeless woman, while really being young with a car and a house, is really low. But an even richer scammer is this woman. One day in San Diego, many motorists were filled with empathy. They saw a young, pregnant woman standing with her son, with a sign saying that she was hungry and needed money for her kids. She would stand in the same place with her kid getting money for days on end. But one day, motorist Melissa Smith saw something strange. She couldn't believe her eyes as the woman got into a Mercedes-Benz. The woman's husband had picked her up, and they then proceeded to laugh while counting the money she just scammed from people. But believe it or not, this story gets even worse. As it turned out, being homeless wasn't the only thing this woman had been faking.
She picks up this big boulder about this big, goes over her head, so I don't know if pregnant people can do that, but it was pretty big.
The woman had been taking hundreds of dollars from generous people every day.
Is this you right there begging on the street? No. That's not you. No speaking English?
But after this news report, the woman was never seen begging again, meaning that she likely either stopped or moved on to a new place. But a woman who tried an even more bizarre scam is this lady. One night in Moscow, Russia, a man was driving down a road. That's when a bizarre woman walks out in front of his car. Naturally, the man slows down and tries to ask the woman what's going on. But that's when the woman does this. Bizarrely lying down on the floor, the driver reverses, while an onlooker looks initially initially confused, but he soon realizes exactly what's going on. The woman is attempting an insurance scam. These scams are so common in Russia that 95% of drivers use dash cams, and luckily in this case, the driver was one of them, being able to use this video to prove his innocence. The scammer here was clearly shameless, but an even more manipulative scammer is this man. On the surface, this man seems like an army veteran. After all, he is wearing a military uniform, while at the same time asking motorists for donations. But his scam unravels when a real vet sees what he's doing, and goes to confront the scammer.
You're obviously not a veteran, and you're wearing a veteran uniform out here telling people you're veterans asking for money?
Army veteran Garrett Goodwin hounds the man down, yelling at him to stop this very disrespectful scam. Within seconds, the fake veteran was revealed. What this man was doing was clearly wrong. Even if he did need money, stealing valor is unacceptable. After all, there are many real homeless and disabled veterans out there, and by faking it, this scammer is disrespecting every single one of them, tugging on people's heartstrings for donations, despite the fact that he has not made the sacrifices he claims. But an even more disrespectful scammer is this man. Unlike most scams which are solo, this one involves his entire family. It was recorded in Pakistan. The family had been walking around collecting donations for their disabled father and husband, but after this family had spent the day collecting donations, they stop for a moment. The man appears to rest, but then all of a sudden gets up and walks away. Suddenly, he's no longer disabled, and is able to walk with his family just fine. This was only revealed thanks to surveillance footage. It caused an outrage in Pakistan, but it's not known if this family's identity was ever revealed. But some scammers aren't just regular people. Sometimes they can be people you trust. There had been reports that certain AC repairmen had been scamming customers, so the new show Inside Edition decided to test this. They disconnected one wire from an AC and called a repairman to see what he would say, but instead of simply reconnecting the wire, the repairman said this.
So there's a leak in the system. We're looking at about 1736.
Claiming that there was a microscopic leak, and he would charge over $1,700 to fix it. When the news crew realized this repairman is a scammer, they confront him.
I'm Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition, and we know that that air conditioning unit does not need all the repairs that you just told me it needed.
You can tell by the man's face that he knows what he did was wrong, immediately speeding off, leaving behind his tool bag. It is sad how many scammers are out there, but in a way, it also shows how many good and generous people there are. Hopefully these cases don't dissuade you from giving to the needy. You just need to be discerning, and make sure you're giving to people who are genuinely in need. Comment down below which of these scammers was the worst. Subscribe if you haven't.
It's hard to tell, man. I just feel like if it's in your heart to, then you'll give. And let their bad karma come to them whenever it does. But again, I just love when people get caught, man. I love when they get caught. Scammers are just the lowest of the low, man. The lowest of the low. Hey, appreciate you guys coming over. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace out.